Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dylan aka Uchimio, and I will be helping you guys today with leveling up a mag. I'm going to teach you pretty much how to level one up and how to kind of decide what kind of mag you want to go for. So this is for newbies and mainly for people in my stream, but this is also for YouTube too. So essentially what you want to do here is, well, we'll start off on what kind of mag you want. So essentially what happens is you get a mag from Coffee, right? So we're just going to go over here and travel to Coffee. Right? And she gives you a mag. That's pudding. You want Coffee. And you get a mag quest. And pretty much after you unlock the mag, you got this little pet here. Well, first you have to equip it. And once you equip it, you're like, well, what do I do next, right? So essentially the first thing you probably start doing is feeding your map weapons and room items, etc, etc, just a bunch of junk. That's something you don't want to do, okay? What you want to actually do is you want to feed it food devices. And I'm going to explain what are the food devices a little bit later, but right now what I want to do is kind of help you determine what you need to do with your mag. So for newer players out there or free-to-play players, what happens is, well, you only get one free mag, and that mag is from Coffee, right? So you really don't want to mess that up. It can determine how much power you have in the future, right? So what's recommended is you pick your mag based off of your class, okay? And it's a little bit more difficult than it seems because it's like, oh, I'm just going to play Hunter. Well, the thing is, as you continue to play the game, you're going to probably only choose... you're probably going to choose different classes as you go along, and that one mag will not suffice for every single class. You can only level it up so much unless you go with a hybrid mag, but that's for a little bit more advanced players, and even then I don't recommend that unless you're probably doing a braver combination, which we'll talk about a little bit later. So we're going to pretty much start off here with let's just say you're a hunter or you're striking mag, okay? Essentially what you want to do is you want to go invest into striking. Okay, I'm going to show you how to level it up 100% to striking. This is what this is doing. This is helping you focus on three things, or one of three things, okay? Or four, technically, because we're going to count dex, but we will not be doing striking defense, range defense, or technique defense. That is advanced, and you probably don't need to be messing around with that anyway. Okay, so striking is pretty much for fighter and hunter, or hunter and fighter, and you'll be okay if you choose either of those two classes with your mag. If you want to play a range class, or like you're a ranger or a gunner, this way is to go for ranger or gunner. If you want to go range, technique is going to be for force. It's going to be for techer, and I want to also say you can do this for bouncer. I believe you can do it for bouncer. Bouncer is almost like another mixed class. You could go. It depends on what you kind of use or how you work. Not how what you use or how you work. I'm sorry. It depends on really how you decide to use the class. I'm not going to really get too much into that yet, but this is really trying to help you do this stuff for the base classes. If you're playing bouncer early, you probably already have some idea what's going on. Maybe not. But I'm pretty sure you want to go with technique when you're using bouncer for jet boots, striking for dual blades, or you can use striking for jet boots too, but it just depends. I highly recommend techniques though. You have summoner. I'm pretty sure this is also a technique class, so those three classes, summoner, bouncer, force, and techer, will all be technique. Braver will be dex. If you're a more advanced user, you would be using dex, striking, or ranged, because you'll probably be using a bow. But for beginners, right, you can always make a second character. Sega gives you, as of 2018 1/20, January 20th, you can at least make 3 characters for free, okay? So to start off, I highly recommend just only choosing, something simple like, dex for braver, essentially. So, and hero is a little bit different, okay? So hero, the way how that works is you choose one stat, and it technically does it for the rest of the 3. Hero works a little bit differently. So if I were to go to hero, I would automatically have 200 technique, 200 striking, and 200 range. That's how that class works, okay? It's not really too much I can really explain about that. That's already an advanced class anyway if you make it that far. Okay, so essentially here at this point you probably already decided what you wanted to do. You either have chose striking, ranged, technique, dex, or that's it. That's all you choose. That's all you've chosen so far. So next what we're gonna do now is we're gonna decide what we want to feed the mag, or how we're gonna level up the mag. I'm sorry. So how we're gonna level up the mag is quite simple. Well, first thing we want to do is we're gonna go to the Photon drop shop so I can show you what they look like, what things look like. So essentially you want to buy these 3 devices. So if you're playing in Japanese, this will help you out, okay? You will either get Dex if you're Braver, remember. Technique if you're Force, Techer, Bouncer, or Summoner, right? You want to get R Attack for, technically, no, we're going to keep it basic here. We're going to say R Attack is for Ranger and Gunner. And S Attack is going to be for Fighter and Hunter. We're keeping things very basic. Now, in the comment section or later on, maybe down the line, I'll re-upload this video and kind of give a better description of things or stuff like that. Or we can kind of describe things in my Twitch chat or whatever. If you have any questions, I'll leave a link of that in the description. But that's pretty much what we're going to be aiming for, is one of those 4, okay, in the Photon shop. So what you actually need to get these items are actually called Photon Spears, okay? They kind of have them labeled here. So the gold ones are labeled Photon Spears. The silver ones are labeled Photon Crystals. And the bronze ones are Photon Drops. I'm pretty sure you can see that. I'm just doing this for Japanese players. I'm not Japanese players, but people who play on PlayStation. You probably won't know that, or without the English patch, okay? Or the Vita. Okay, and maybe even Nintendo Switch in the future. For right now, they had said the game is coming out. So essentially, you can trade up to get Photon Spears if you already have the resources, meaning Photon Drops, right? The silver ones, Photon Drops. The bronze ones, meaning Photon Drops. Well, actually, hold on. These are both Photon Drops, but you can trade up. So you can use Photon Drops to get 1 Photon Crystal. You need 10 of those. And once you get 10 Photon Crystals, you can get 1 Photon Spear. That's the complicated way of doing things, but that's only if you already have the resources, right? And you can't trade any Photon Spears for anything below. Photon Spears, once you get them, there's nothing else, right? So I don't have the resources right now, but what I will do is show you how to buy them. Okay, so first you want to go to the player shop, or the Visiphone, right? This thing right here. And you want to choose the first option on the PS4 or PC, right? Vita's option systems might be a little bit different. So we're going to go to item search. Now, I will leave a link in the description for those who are playing to the wiki, or actually I will have the I'll post the name of Photon Spears so you kind of have an idea of how to, or what the Japanese characters look like for it. But right now I'm going to do is I'm playing on the English patch, so I'm going to just search up Photon and just grab Photon Spears like this, okay? Now, prices may vary. People buy and sell and prices go up and down all the time. Right now it's pretty cheap. This is really cheap. So I would say, as an estimation, it will cost you somewhere around 2 to 3 million to get your mag up there, okay? So don't panic about that. It's actually a pretty low number compared to what you have to do in the future. And money in Meseta comes in just like pretty easily. So what you want to do is you probably want to buy, you can buy 33 at a time in the shop. I'll show you. Because a stack of 30, when you spend 33 Photon Spears on the 3 of these, because you can use 2, you buy them for 2 Photon Spears per one, but it gets you 3, right? You can buy a maximum of 33. Once you buy 33, you get a maximum stack of 99, okay? That's how that works. So what we're going to do is, or what you're going to do is, you are going to probably buy, I would buy them in sets of 33 if you can. And if you can't, you know, just buy as many as you can. You need a minimum of at least 2 Photon Spears, right? Once you've done that, I don't have a mag to currently level up right now, so I'll still show you how to do that. So once you've pretty much bought all of these, right? Essentially what you want to do is you want to go to your mag that you have. You want to use a device, right? and then you'll see your Photon Spear food here. Actually, I'll just buy one just to show you how it's kind of done. So I know it's a little bit confusing, but it's really simple. So I'm just gonna get like a couple Photon Spears to show you how, or crystals, and trade them into spears to kind of show you how that works. So alright, we already traded our Photon drops to spears. We got like 219 spears, right? I'm just gonna go ahead and just buy about 21 Photon Spears, or not Photon Spears, but yeah, 21 Photon Spears. And then I'm just gonna get, I'm really only gonna get one because there's no point for me to waste them all. And then I'm gonna get that, right? So once I finally got that, and I got the food from my mag, we're gonna go to the mag, and then we're gonna go to use a device. It's gonna be the second option for PS4 players. Boom, and then we see the food. Okay, now this is the awesome part, right? So once you buy a lot of food at one time, or really the secret to using the food device to instantly almost get your mag up to level 200, actually it's probably about 30 minutes worth of clicking, maybe a little bit less, I'm not sure, is you can feed your mag unlimited food devices, okay? Not unlimited items like swords. No. We're using food devices, okay? So here's your food device. And all you have to do is, since I'm already at the limit, all you have to do is just keep on feeding it, hit yes, and it's literally just hit enter, or just keep clicking yes and accept as much as you can, and you should almost never run out. It won't instantly jump up to 200. It takes time. You'll see the bar go across every 3. After a while, it'll start going every 3 per 1 level as you keep getting higher up in the levels closer to 200. So essentially, it's just you keep on clicking this button, and eventually you get all the way up to 200, or just clicking yes, and you get to 200. Okay, now this is what happens when you have a hybrid mag, and that's not something you want. No matter what, even if your weapon, this little powerful weapon you have, like, I don't know, let's just say you have this powerful weapon right here, right? It says, oh, scratch that out if it's not R attack, but it's R defense. Don't get excited and go ahead and just invest into that stuff. That will come at a later time, sooner than you think, probably about level 40 or 50, which is about the time you'll probably start even be able to consider using 13 stars or 14 stars if you already even have any. If you are on very hard or below, you will not get any 13 stars whatsoever, no 12 stars, not even 11 stars, I believe, 10 stars at the most. And even then, you won't even be using those 10 stars for very long. So don't freak out if you cannot use the weapon you have, even though you might already have like a level 200 mag or a high level mag like 100 or something like that. Stick to the plan, get to 200, level up your character a little bit more, and then you will be able to use it earlier. Now the secret to one of the other benefits, I should say, to having a level 200 mag is you'll get a lot of extra attacks. So I'm going to show you something real quick. Alright, I'm going to take off all my units. Right? I'm going to take off all my units. I'm going to take off my weapons too. All I have to do is just take off one and then put it back on later, right? So boom. Alright, right now I have 966 R attack. Well, I'm going to show you what happens when I lose my mag. All my original PSO players in any game that has the same mag system pretty much knows how important your mag is. I'm going to unequip my mag now. Okay, guess what happened? I all of a sudden now have 766 attack. I lost 200 attack. 200 attack is a lot, especially when you're on very hard or below. That almost lets you kill enemies so quick it's not even funny. It's going to be better than not having it completely. So we're just going to go ahead and re-equip the mag. I'm going to show you what happens when I have a mixed mag. So let's do that real quick, I guess. Now my stats are going to be a little bit less even. Okay. So where's my stats? Okay, as you can see now I have 820 R attack, and a bunch of other stats that I wasn't paying attention to got risen up. That is not what you want. Like I said, you want to really try to focus on one, and if you want to play other classes as a free-to-play player, and remember I said free-to-play, then you probably only want to focus on one of the 3 or 4, I'm sorry, one of the 4 options that I said in this video. I can't think of the actual names of the categories, so like, or to summarize all of these at one time. I can't think of that. So that's essentially what's up. And then I'm gonna re-equip my actual ranged mag like I said to do, and I'm back at 966. Oh, and matters of fact, as soon as I equipped my mag, I wasn't able to use any of my weapons. I'll show you again. That's how important a mag is. Unequipped, can I use my 14 star? No, I cannot. Focus on one. Focus on one. I probably won't even be able to use it with my other mag. Let's try. And then I have a little tip, or I'll show you guys how to really buy another mag if you want to. Okay, so I'm barely able to use it, as you can. Well, I'm able to use it, but the only reason why is because of my actual level, like I said. But if I had the pure mag, I actually would be able to use this 14 star earlier than intended, because I'd have 200 extra R attack versus having 80. See what I'm saying? So focus on that. Now, for those out there who want to buy another mag, who have AC already, this is if you already have AC. If you need help buying AC, I'll probably make another video if anyone requested, or if you come into my stream and requested, we'll give you help there too. Or you could just look it up on bumped.org. I'll put a link in that in the description too. So, okay, to buy another mag, what you want to do is you want to go to the AC shop. Okay, it's going to be the shopping cart logo, and it's going to be the first option, all right? Then you want to go to buy storage, all right? Now, as you can see, mine is in Japanese. Yours might automatically be in English. If sometimes it requires you to back out, then go back into the shop. But I'm going to show you how much it costs so you have an idea what you want. Okay? And it should be in the same exact place unless Sega changes something, but they probably should not. So we're going to look for mag. Let's see. Where's our mag at? It's gonna be in storage, in the storage area, not inventory. All right. So what do we have? Client order. We don't want those. We don't want those. Should really stand out. I'm pretty sure it's this one. No. Okay. Let me teach you about a mag reset device real quick. Don't do that. It's easier to get a brand new mag than it's going to be. It should be cheaper to get a brand new mag than it is for you to buy a reset device. I'm telling you that now. All right, it's 500 AC to reset your current mag to 0, right? And hold on, let's see how much it's going to cost for you to buy a new mag. It should be here somewhere. I might have actually gotten it wrong. Okay, it might actually be in inventory. Let's check. Mag reset. Mag claim. Okay, here it is. So it's actually under inventory, and it's 300. Now you save 200 AC on buying a completely new mag and doing the same method versus just using your current mag, going back to 0 and doing the same method I just taught you. So for new players that are buying a new mag, or who want to reset if you've already messed up, buy a new one. Do not buy a reset. A reset was how much? 500? There it is. It says 500. Smackaroons. 500 AC. Don't want to do that. Alright, and another thing is you also don't have to just, buy a new mag if you messed up. If you're going to use another class like Tekker on the same character, that's fine too. But other than that, free-to-play players, one mag per character, don't screw it up. Alright, if you did, just make a new, you already have a new character, work with what you got and just start investing into what you already have. So if you're a hunter and you accidentally bought like 5 to 6 technique, you're still alright. You're going to be missing a little bit, but not enough to make a difference immediately. Now if you're in 50, we're talking 50s, it's a little bit different. You probably still need to work with what you got, but you're going to be missing on a little bit. And you probably want to try to just get some AC later on or something like that. And if not, you still have 2 other characters. You kind of just use that one as a taco character. Don't worry about what a taco is, and that'll do you a solid. So essentially, that's all there is to it. I really just gave you guys a big summary of what a mag is and how to use a mag and what it really can do for you. And you can also change the way how your mag looks. Don't worry about how I got my mag to look like this. It's I used a shop pass, or not a shop pass, but a mag device changer thingamajiggy. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but if you have questions about it, I'll probably post a video on how to change your mag a little bit later, or you can ask your fellow members of the community. So we'll take a sip there, because we did a job well done, and I'll see you all next time.